What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Strangers Minds. I'm Fernando, and today, well, you know what? Before we get started, I received a very interesting comment on one of my videos. I believe it was scary videos, not for the faint of heart, or was it not for the weak-hearted? Well, it seems like there was a person asking for help, and unfortunately it was like 2 weeks ago. And I was on summer vacation, and I recorded a bunch of videos before I went on vacation just so I won't leave you guys hanging. Um, but yeah, I responded, and hopefully it helps out. If I was, I'm not gonna ask for personal information, but if I myself was close, within close proximity, within the same state, I would have absolutely helped out. But I gave some advice there, and also, how said in plenty of my videos, there are paranormal groups all over the states. Dare I say, possibly in every neighborhood, there's possibly one. Just please do not go with your first choice. Almost, like women buying their first, the wedding dress, or people buying the first cars or getting to the first house. Do a little bit of research. I've said this on here and also on the Shadow File podcast. I, dare I say that every paranormal group out there that doesn't have a television show has at least a social media. So just do a little bit of research, make sure they're the real deal. There's a lot of paranormal out there that are using the paranormal as a way to make a profit. Um, those aren't the type of guys you want to affiliate yourself with, because are they really there to help? I don't think so, because I myself, I don't charge for none of this stuff. I help out. You know, um, Joe Frankie, who is an apprentice of Ed and Lorraine Warren, a very good friend, he said it best. A this is a how was it? Damn, I'm gonna mess it up. Um, this isn't an okay. This is not an occupation. It is a vocation. So it's something that we do off the side, like a hobby, and at the same time, we try to help as best as we can. So I hope you guys, if you guys know people that are having paranormal activity and they don't know what to do, just please do not jump into the worst case scenario. Not everything is a demon, not everything is evil. You'll be very surprised that it could actually possibly be either a old residence, a a person that's lost, or that don't know how to move forward. Um or or it could possibly be even a loved one reaching out. So, uh, I lost my dad almost 3 years ago. If I start having paranormal activity, and I hate to be like, "Get out, demon," to my dad, right? So, yeah. So if anybody knows of anyone who needs help, you guys can always reach out on the comment section. I am all over the place on social media. You guys could DM me. Um, yeah, I always put reach out on the Strangers Minds page, YouTube page, channel. I have my link tree, and you guys can reach me anywhere, even emails. So but yeah, you guys, for today we're gonna do some Bizarre Bub V105. Let's see what he has in store for us. He's one of the most amazing content creators that I have come across. He's top tier for sure. So let's see what he has for us.
In the following video, a man named Nick is taking care of his sick grandmother when one night he sees this. Now, it's important to note that Nick's grandma has Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be there. But as she stands there, something happens that Nick can't explain. While taking this video, this is captured. Take a look.
If he pans back and she's closer.
It's just a Roomba.
I was about to say that looks like a Roomba.
Freaking me out.
But here's the thing, you guys. Especially with dogs, you know, I have an actual job. There's none of my videos are monetized as of now, so I'm not living off YouTube paying me. I have a regular job, and when I come home at midnight, um, depending on how I come in, uh, the dogs are on guard, right? Back in New York, I had another dog, and especially during winter, I will come back with my Scully on, hoodie, everything, and the dog will start barking at me because what they're seeing is scary, so they're about to go on defense mode. So it's not like the dog wants to jump at the grandma right away because I'm pretty sure they have a good relationship. But yeah, it happens.
What is it?
Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen over. It falls all of a sudden, which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets a whole lot strange when Nick shows what exactly fell from the fridge. Take a look.
Alright. So this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. See how far back they are. Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it tip over? Nick has no clue, but after watching this clip many times, he notices something pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like, it is kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything. Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
Yeah.
Now looking back at Nick's video, one can see that the Roomba does the same back and forth motion as if someone were standing in front of it. But the question is, just what exactly was in its way? To Nick, the Roomba might have been sensing something. Now this is where things start to get pretty creepy, because ever since then, Nick has been feeling immensely uneased by the kitchen space.
That is interesting because I have a Roomba and it needs to literally almost knock itself out for it to keep on turning to find a free way to go and to keep on doing its Roomba thing. But well, vacuum the floor and sweep whatever. Um, that was interesting because it was like if it was hitting something. Now My question is, I wasn't really paying attention, but was it doesn't seem like there's anything. Well, obviously, we're not talking about. Well, let's take the paranormal aspect out of it. I'm talking about like there's like no rug or anything, anything. It's just the floor because we all know where grandma is standing at. There is a edge where the Roomba cannot go over because it's hitting the edge part. So yeah, that's normal. But I don't see an edge over here, and there's absolutely like I don't see nothing else. Because if there was like a let's say a ball, the Roomba would just keep on going. It'll push it to the side. I've seen it. That's interesting.
To Nick, the Roomba might have been sensing something immensely uneased by the kitchen space. Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this happens.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights off. But I was watching my show, and
Both dogs.
there's nothing there.
There's no Roomba in sight to explain the dogs' behavior. Both dogs are staring at something, even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now, it's worth noting that Nick's grandpa, who passed away last year, had once told Nick that he thought he'd seen his grandmother standing in the kitchen one night with the lights off. But apparently, he was wrong, because after looking closely, no one was there. It's for this reason, among others, that Nick is scared of the kitchen. But this wouldn't be the final reason, because on the same night he recorded this, the following happens. After putting away the dogs, he immediately films again after being startled by the ice maker, which was going off at this time. But as he records, this happens. Watch.
Whoa.
Pitch black.
Whoa.
Just waiting to see if it falls over. Yeah.
Yo.
Nah, bro. Nah. Yo.
Oh, that's cool.
That's not normal. First off, a Roomba will only turn if it's not normal. I'm not gonna say that it only turns if it hits the edge. No, because it does turn. But to follow you throughout the whole house without hitting an edge, I will get rid of that. Okay. Go. Don't tell me the grandma is standing right behind
Jesus!
you. Nah.
Somehow, after just following Nick around the living room, the Roomba flips over. Despite there being nothing in its path, it does a complete 180 as if someone or something had forcefully turned it over. Freaked out, Nick stops recording and immediately shares the video online after posting the previous one. And like before, many comments point out things that he didn't notice initially. For one, the Roomba was already acting strange earlier. Unlike before, the Mini Hoover was moving in a straight path, which is uncommon for vacuums of this kind to do. And second, it didn't pause and turn around when it sensed the stair's edge. Earlier, we can see the Roomba doing just that, but here, it doesn't. If what occurred before hadn't disturbed Nick, then surely this incident has. Not much else has happened since then, but for now, like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this. That was awesome. Hopefully, I mean, I'm sorry for the person that's getting tormented by the Roomba. Hopefully, it is real. I haven't seen a remote control Roomba. That would be cool. But defeats the purpose. I haven't seen this happen. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's an evil spirit or whatever, because honestly, I think I'm a good person, and sometimes that Roomba, it's annoying. And not that I kick it and flip it over like that, but if it like I have it, I have a pretty decent size house. There's a lot of space. I record basically right now until I get my whole studio and a bunch of stuff all together. I'm recording in my living room. That Roomba tends to just stick by me. It doesn't sometimes it'll go out elsewhere to the kitchen area, to the rooms, to the hallways, but it likes to stick around me, around my little, 4 by 5 man space. But I've never seen a Roomba do that. That is interesting. I think this is the first paranormal video that I see that has a Roomba in it, but that unless the Roomba was tampered with, I've never seen that from a Roomba. Never. Now, grandma has Alzheimer's. That having stairs is so dangerous. So especially, keeping the lights off is even more dangerous. Uh, I just hope everybody's good, everybody's safe, and we could continue seeing what happens next. But if this is all real, he might just have to try and reach out and find some help. Yeah, because that is a person with Alzheimer's in a haunted location. Pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous.
Now, the following video comes from a mother who's been sharing every moment of her daughter's life. Her entire account is devoted to her only child, a daughter that she thought she would never have after
like
multiple failed pregnancies. To Gabby, the mother, Regina was a miracle. And so, from videos of her as a baby to footage of Regina's first day of school, Gabby has captured all the smallest moments in Regina's life. However, out of all the videos on this page, a select few have left many viewers baffled. It all started with a series of videos that Gabby took when Regina was a baby. During this time, she would often crawl to one hallway inside her house and just stare at it. Now, this wouldn't be so strange if it weren't for the fact that she would continue to do this throughout the years. Just like when she was a baby, she still to this day stares at this hallway for no apparent reason.
Vámonos ya. Vente, mi amor. Vente. Vamos a...
From playing a game of tag by herself to blowing kisses at the hallway, Regina behaves as though she's playing with one of her friends. It goes without saying, but she may have an imaginary friend. But to Gabby, this may not be the case, because as of recent, this was captured.
¿Qué pasó? Ay, Dios, ahora sí me asusté. ¿Qué pasó? Ay, Raichín. Mira, apunta para allá. ¿Qué, mi amor? Vámonos. ¿Qué, mi amor? ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué pasó? Ven, amor. Ven, amorcito, vente. Venga, mi niña. It's okay.
Unlike before, Regina has been acting differently towards the hallway. Gabby's most recent videos involving the hallway show Regina being creeped out, and not a single video appears to show why that is. Or at least, not to Gabby's knowledge. It wasn't until recently that many people started to comment on a certain video that she randomly took one night. It was a short clip of her daughter doing her nightly routine. But according to viewers, if you look closely, you'll notice what it is that's been scaring Regina. This is what she caught.
Día número 19, intentando que...
What was meant to be just a fun little video turns into something terrifying. Inside a closet, a shadow-like figure quickly passes, and it happens right after Regina points at it. No one else was home, which would have otherwise explained it. After reading the comments, Gabby checks the closet space and finds nothing. If the space is clear, then what was this? Although she doesn't know, viewers have an idea. This may be, as they believe, the thing that Regina has been so afraid of. She even points at it like she always does with the hallway. Although not sure what to think, Gabby remains concerned. But then one night, in a different video, she records something that makes her extremely uneasy. While filming her daughter in the kitchen, this happens.
Roomba.
Cuando le encuentras un miedo a tu terror.
Get out. Oh, I was gonna say the Roomba's following her too.
Like previously, a passing shadow is seen, but this time in the same space as Gabby and her daughter. This figure, whatever it might have been, passes from one side to the other before seemingly disappearing. If no one else was home, as Gabby states, then who was this? It's hard to say, and it doesn't help that neither Gabby nor Regina had noticed it. Given all that's happened, the question arises,
I mean, I would like to know what's on the other side of the screen doors. It looks like I'm a gamer, just in case. Gamer Sanctuary. It's on YouTube. I just started it, and it's just about cinematic gameplay, story modes. Anyway, but that looks like a PlayStation screen. Damn, they got a good setup. They got a very nice setup. But that's what it looks like. So, to me, what's on the other side of the screen doors, it looks like a what I would call a man cave, right? So there could have possibly be somebody there walking by because when she turned around to to look at the Roomba, that didn't seem like there was a huge television there with the PlayStation on. I could be mistaken because we were kind of looking at the floor, but I would like to know what's on the other side of the screen door.
just who or what was caught on camera? Gabby has yet to know, but she continues to be on the lookout for any strange recordings she accidentally captures. Until then, she has no explanation for this or her daughter's sudden fear of the hallway.
Well, we're not going to jump into the conclusion that this is all orchestrated or fake. Although, me as a parent, right, I would be very careful on recording, and putting out there to the world to see my daughter, right? I would be I don't think I would ever do that. But since she chose that road, uh, what what is the reason behind it, right? Is the mother like, I don't know, a celebrity? And not even celebrities do it really. Um, I do not see a reason why just a regular person would record their daughter's upbringing and share it for the world to see. I see parents recording home videos, yeah, and keeping it for themselves. but to put it out there, what's the reason for it? So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. What do you guys think about everything what I just said regarding our this video? Um, 2 for 2 for Roomba, right? I think so. But let's go.
On July 10th of 2025, a security camera inside a house begins to record after sensing motion in the living room. This camera only records whenever movement is detected. The thing is though, no one is home. No one is around, or at least no person is. Although the man who lives here wasn't home at this time, his dog was. And so, upon receiving this notification, he ignores it. But unbeknownst to him, this motion-activated recording would capture something deeply unsettling at that moment. Ever since then, his dog hasn't been the same. This is what was caught.
The dog is still at the window. Whoa.
After what occurred in this footage, the owner has been making sure to never leave his dog alone. As he states, something had messed with this dog. Now it's worth noting that his dog is okay and is only slightly frazzled. In the footage, we can see him looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, as the owner believes something was agitating him. Whatever it was, according to him, had to be responsible for yanking off his dog's collar. Now, of course, it could be that his dog had simply shaken off his own neckband,
No.
but this wouldn't make sense according to him because the collar has no way of coming off easily unless someone removes it. Given that this never happened before, the owner can't help but think that something paranormal occurred here. But as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. Just what exactly had taken place during this recording? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
So you guys, bear with me. Bear with me. I am not gullible. If you guys are true followers and see all of my content, and you guys know I'm a paranormal investigator, I am not gullible. I think something's going on here because the movement that the dog, you would think that the dog is, I've seen my dogs trying to, catch a fly, and they're, doing this motion with their neck. But that didn't look like it was the case. It looked like something was grabbing the collar. And at the last instance, before the collar broke off, I thought something was thrown at the dog. But now that they're saying that it was the collar that flew off, just solidifies my thoughts because it looked like the dog was being almost yanked up and the collar broke off. Correct me if I'm wrong, you guys. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think happened here. So, you know, when it comes to our pets, we are very overprotective. They're family, they're our kids also. We protect them, we nurture them, we feed them, so on and so forth. So, I would say just as if it was one of our children, look for some help, or if at most try and gather some evidence. This is a good way to capture, with a motion detector camera, just to keep a eye on your dogs, eye on your place. having security cameras, but also go a little bit further, putting cameras in different places of the house. Also, a better view, voice recording. Try and gather as much evidence as possible. Um, so you guys could, or so this person and you guys, because this advice is for everybody, so you guys could get help. As I mentioned earlier, there was a I'm gonna say subscriber, uh, who put her experiences out there. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I gave her some advice. So try and use that evidence and present it to, if you are a religious person, go to your church, present it to your priest, and they could take it from there. They could possibly do something for you then and there. Um, or if or if you need more evidence to gather, there's a ghost, a paranormal group and basically everywhere. So just do a little bit of research, find out, and protect your family, protect yourself, stay safe, because paranormal activity is real, you guys.
Now, this next video was submitted to me by Captain Scorpio, who says that he found this on Instagram, but strangely, the account from which the video originated is no longer there. Although its disappearance is pretty strange, the video itself is by far the strangest. In it, two women appear to be hiking on a secluded trail when they stumble across a metal hatch.
Watch there be nothing. Oh.
Although hesitant at first, they proceed to open up this hatch. After all, they know it's just a water cistern and not something else they should be cautious about. But perhaps they should have, because it's what happens next that turns this video into the stuff of nightmares. This is what they caught.
Is that glass?
It's plexiglass. I f***ing heard noises.
Dude, f***ing do it.
Ugh. Do you hear it echoing?
We have to do it now.
Damn, we heard that echo.
Holy Are you?
This is insane.
Oh.
There's a flashlight in my backpack.
Go get the flashlight.
It's in the top.
I don't know about that one, you guys. Sorry.
Neither of them noticed it, but when looking down, a face can be seen. Despite being quite dark, someone or something appears. It's brief, but whatever had been there is caught on camera. Now the video cuts when one of them goes to get a flashlight. It's assumed that they didn't see anything afterwards, because in a follow-up video, they never mentioned the face that was captured.
I'm Mackenzie. I think I'm the sacrifice.
An old, water cistern. It's really...
It seems they had made this video just to revisit the hole, implying they didn't see it. With no further info and no available account, it seems likely that we'll never know what had been inside this hole.
My thing it was that it was moving with the camera. So yes, it looked like there was an eyeball, but I still get a red flag because it kind of crept up with the camera, and then as the camera was moving, it kind of was moving with the camera. And so there has to be some sort of explanation with the sunlight, with possibly even, some sort of mist coming out. There's the reflection of the mist, the light, everything, the camera, but whatever, the head was moving with the camera. So not sure about that one, but let's keep it moving.
On a Friday night inside a retail store, an employee known as Don Rivas takes out his phone to record the following security footage. According to him, the person in this video was stealing merchandise, and he needed to keep an eye on him.
Why is he trying to steal merchandise? There's no proof of that. Not for nothing, but he looks like if he's about, not because he's black, guys, but because the way he's moving and looking, kind of side-eyeing, these are qualifications of nothing good about to happen.
In case he kept stealing. But this isn't why he's recording. He's filming this because apparently there's something in this footage that's been freaking him out. Keep in mind that this incident took place in 2014, and it still scares him to this day. While carefully observing the thieving customer, he sees this.
Look right here. Right here. Look, watch. What is that? What is that? And it's just gone, bro. It is.
What did I just see? Nah, bro, come on now. Come on.
It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that?
I don't know, you guys. My thing is, right, is this the security guard? I kind of can't don't remember the actual story. Is this the reaction of the security guard seeing this for the first time? Or is the security guard or okay, here's where I'm getting at. That looks fake. It looks fake. But the reaction of the person seeing it seems authentic. So I'm a little bit, like confused here because that little Oompa Loompa looking kind of Monopoly figured whatever it is, that to me is fake. But his reaction seems authentic. So I'm a little bit thrown off right now.
And then it's just gone. Bruh. What is that? One more time. Bruh. What is that? What is that?
Now there doesn't appear to be anything on this floor to explain what showed up, so whatever this was should not have been there. Even if this was just some merchandise he had set down on the floor, it wouldn't explain how it came into view. His leg doesn't move at any point to reveal it. The only thing moving here is this. It remains unknown as to what appeared in this footage, but whatever this was continues to spook Don Rivas to this day. If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought we had another video left. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna stick by with what I said. That thing looks fake. It looks like if it was digitally put in, but the reaction is authentic, which is throwing me off. So with that being said, I wonder what you guys think about it. But of course, as always, if you guys are enjoying this kind of content, please do what you do. When you like a channel, hit that like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll catch you guys on the next. Peace.